support students.
Your Eyewitness Weather forecast.
And happy Tuesday evening to everyone. I'm meteorologist Jordan Reed here with your Eyewitness Weather forecast. As far as the here and now is concerned, downtown Utica, it's still 23 out there. Winds out of the west-northwest at 14. That's making it feel like 11. And the wind chills, those are going to go down as we head through the overnight hours along with the temperatures. What's also going to go down during the overnight hours are the chances for lake effect snow. And we're still seeing some of that across the southern and western portions of our viewing area right now. But again, as I mentioned, that'll come to an end as we head through the overnight hours. We'll just be socked in with a lot of clouds, and you can see there's more of that lake effect snow shower activity down toward Binghamton, now moving into parts of Pennsylvania as well. So temperatures during the overnight hours are going to be dropping from the teens down into the single numbers out there, but with that wind, it is going to feel like it's on either side of zero. As far as sky conditions go on our futurecast, again, there's those lake effect snow showers at 7 p.m. So over the next hour or two, those will come to an end, and temperatures overnight tonight will drop into the single numbers out there. And they'll struggle to get into the single numbers and even the teens as we head through tomorrow afternoon and evening, in spite of the fact that we will have partly cloudy skies out there. It'll be hard to do that because of the wind, and we have cold high pressure in control. But then what becomes the big story is the next storm system heading our way for Thursday. So Thursday morning, the morning commute should be okay. After that, after about 8, 9 o'clock, that's when we start to see the snow developing. And it'll start to snow for most, if not all of us, because temperatures will be well below freezing. But then as we warm up throughout the day, it'll change over to freezing rain, particularly down to the south. I know I missed it here. But basically what happens with that is we have a lot of warm air in the upper levels of the atmosphere and a little bit of cold air down here at the surface, and that's what causes the freezing rain that freezes on contact. In terms of snow accumulation on Thursday, I'm thinking most of the southern portions of our viewing area see anywhere from 1 to 3 inches of snow, and then there could be a couple of areas along and north of the Mohawk Valley and up toward the Thruway that do see a little bit more than, let's say, 3 to 6 inches, and there could be a little bit less up toward the north as well. But areas to the south, even though you will see less snow, that's where you'll see the most freezing rain accumulation. And obviously we know that it doesn't take much freezing rain to slicken up roads and maybe cause a few down trees and limbs. So overnight tonight, it'll be mostly cloudy with wind chills around 0. The low will be around 9, but the wind chills will be colder because of the winds out of the northwest at 5 to 10. During the day tomorrow, we still see the winds around, so that makes this 20 feel like 10, in spite of the fact that we will have partly cloudy skies out there. And the sunset tomorrow will be at 5:22 p.m. So we get a break tomorrow, although temperatures are well below average. They go back above average briefly on Thursday with that snow and freezing rain, particularly in the afternoon, 37 for the high. And then we're back to average on Friday with a continued chance for snow showers, mainly in the morning. Saturday, we get a bit of a break with cloudy skies, 29, so a little bit below average that day. And then our next snow chance returns to the area on Sunday morning with a high of 30. And it's quiet to start next week. Thomas, back to you.
Thank you, Jordan. Coming up next on Eyewitness News at...
Now, your Eyewitness Weather forecast.
And happy Tuesday evening to everyone. I'm meteorologist Jordan Reed here with a look at your Eyewitness Weather forecast. Right now in downtown Utica, we don't have any precipitation falling. What is falling, though, is the temperature. Right now, it's 20 degrees. Winds out of the north at 6 miles an hour, though, are making it feel like it is 12. And that's temperature is going to continue to fall as we head through the overnight hours. As far as the radar is concerned right now, we don't have any precipitation falling, at least through the Mohawk Valley up toward the north. Down to the south, though, we do have a few lake effect snow flurries still falling, and those will come to an end as we head through around or after midnight to 1 a.m. or so, and you can see that here on our satellite and radar. We don't have, again, for most of the area, we don't have that lake effect snow. We do have a lot of clouds, though, and that's going to remain the case as we head through the overnight hours, even though the precipitation will come to an end. Again, there's those falling temperatures, as I mentioned, falling through the teens and through the single numbers through the wee hours of tomorrow morning. But with the wind, it'll feel like it's around, if not just a little bit below 0. So let's take you through the timeline here with our futurecast. As we head through the overnight hours, we'll deal with the temperatures dropping again from the teens into the single numbers out there. And we will deal with mainly cloudy skies out there overnight, but no more lake effect snow. That'll come to an end, as I mentioned. During the day tomorrow, we will see mainly cloudy skies out there. And then as we head through Wednesday night into Thursday morning, that's when our next storm system develops. And it looks like for most, if not all of us, this is going to start as snow with temperatures well below freezing. But then as we head through the afternoon, we do see a surge of warm air come in, at least above our heads. But because it's well below freezing here at the surface, that'll result in some freezing rain, especially along and south of the thruway here. And then that comes to an end as we head through the day on Friday. In terms of snowfall accumulation, that looks like the most of it is going to occur about 3 to 6 inches from the Mohawk Valley points to the north, a little bit less as you head through portions of Lewis and northern Herkimer counties, a little bit less down to the south. But even though you will see less snow down to the south, that's where you're going to see the most freezing rain. And you'll see that here along and south of the thruway here. There could be several hundredths, if not up to a tenth of an inch of freezing rain. And as I've been mentioning, it doesn't take much freezing rain to slicken up roadways and cause tree and power line damage. So that's certainly something we'll keep an eye on here for over the next couple of days. Overnight tonight, though, we'll see a low of 9 degrees. It'll be mainly cloudy out there with wind chills around 0 because of that northwest wind around 5 to 10 miles an hour. And again, that chance of lake effect snow only about 20%. It gets even lower tomorrow. It's 10% for tomorrow. But temperatures won't respond much in spite of the fact that we will have plenty of sunshine out there. 20 degrees for the high, partly cloudy, wind chills around 10, and that sunset's getting later. That'll be around 5:22 tomorrow evening, so it'll continue to get later and later. 20 degrees again for tomorrow. 37, so that's well below average for this time of year. 37 is a little bit above average on Thursday with snow and freezing rain out there. That'll come to an end on Friday morning with some lingering snow showers. 32, so that's closer to the average high for this time of year. And then Saturday is a quiet start to the weekend with cloudy skies and temperatures around 29. Our next chance of snow showers after that comes on Sunday morning with a high of 30, and then cloudy, if not mostly cloudy, for next week, but quiet to start that. Thomas.
Yeah, Jordan, that storm reminds me of living in Michigan. One minute it's kind of meh, and then the next Mother Nature's throwing the kitchen sink at you. So.
Yeah, that's exactly what it's going to be on Thursday.
Feels like home. Wonderful. Well, the sectional playoffs for Section 3 girls volleyball got started earlier tonight. Eyewitness Sports Director Gretchen Beyer joins us after the break with the results.
Now, your Eyewitness Weather forecast.
And happy Tuesday, everybody. I'm meteorologist Jordan Reed here with a look at the Eyewitness Weather forecast as we approach 11:11 on this Tuesday evening. Current conditions in downtown Utica. We don't have any precipitation falling, but what is falling is the temperature. 18 right now. Winds out of the north, though, at 9 miles an hour, already making it feel like it is 7 degrees. And that's going to continue to be the case as we head through the overnight hours. The good news, though, is that, as I mentioned, the precip is coming to an end. And if it hasn't done so already, like it is continuing to do so across the southern and western portions of our viewing area, that should come to an end within the next hour or two at the latest. And you can see here on the satellite and radar, we do just have a lot of clouds, and again, that lake effect snow coming to an end. The clouds won't go away, though. We'll continue to deal with those through the overnight hours before we do see a decreasing amount of cloudiness through the day tomorrow. So temperatures right now are in the teens, and they're going to continue to drop through the teens and eventually into the single numbers through the wee hours through tomorrow morning and through daybreak as well. So when you wake up tomorrow morning, it'll feel like it's on either side of 0. I'll get to that in a second, but let's show you our future cast here. And we do have mostly cloudy skies. That's going to continue to be the case through the overnight hours with temperatures dropping back into the teens and single numbers. There could be some below 0 temperatures up through the Adirondacks. But through the day tomorrow, we'll see temperatures struggling to get into the teens and teens and 20s, I should say. It'll feel like the single numbers through most of the day because of this area of high pressure, keeping things cold, but keeping things dry through the day tomorrow. That changes, though, as we head through tomorrow night into Thursday morning when that high pressure makes an exit up toward the north and east, and the next storm system moves in. Now, it'll start as snow for most, if not all of us, because of the fact that temperatures will be well below freezing. But as we head through Thursday morning, a push of warmer air comes in, and that's what changes it over to some freezing rain, especially down to the south of the thruway. And basically what that is rain that freezes on contact when you have a lot of warm air in the upper levels of the atmosphere and just a little bit of colder air here down at the surface. So basically it just freezes on everything, and I'll get to that in a second as well. But that'll come to an end Thursday night and into Friday morning. In terms of snowfall accumulation, we're expecting the most accumulation, 3 to as much as 5 or 6 inches along and just to the north of the Thruway in the Mohawk Valley. A little bit less down toward the south, but that's where you make up for it in terms of the amount of freezing rain, because that's where we're expecting anywhere from a few hundredths to a tenth of an inch of freezing rain there. And as I've been mentioning over the last couple of days, it doesn't take very much freezing rain at all to coat up roads and cling onto trees and power lines, things like that. Overnight tonight, though, we don't have any precipitation to worry about. Mostly cloudy, 9 degrees, but the winds will make it feel like it's around 0. Sunrise tomorrow morning at 7:14. And as we head through the day tomorrow, despite a plentiful amount of sunshine, temperatures won't respond much, only around 20 because of that area of high pressure that I mentioned. And then we'll have wind chills around 10 for most of the day, with winds out of the west-northwest at 5 to 10. So again, tomorrow we do get a break despite temperatures being well below average, a little bit above average for Thursday, but that does come with that snow and freezing rain, and that'll come to an end in the form of snow showers on Friday morning with temperatures close to average. And then as we start the weekend on Saturday, Thomas will be dealing with temperatures a little bit below average, 29 under cloudy skies.
Sounds like a roller coaster, Jordan, and that kitchen sink that we're expecting in a couple of days, that is going to really mess up the weather. So we're going to be keeping our eyes on that as we go through the rest of this week. Thank you.
Certainly.